Good day to you and welcome to the first real episode of Minetalgie. Starting for real with the Infdev version of the 27th of March 2010. From here on out, worlds can be updated until the most recent version. No deciding for a specific seed or naming the world yet, however. It can, of course, be generated infinitely, as we've already seen the last episode, the first versions of Infdev. The old trees, the old grass, quite bright. That's the terrain. As you can see, I liked saying that, right? As you can see, no sand and gravel yet. Grass and gravels are generated. In fact, the first versions of Infdev are missing quite many features from Indev still. They will get re-implemented continuously. Regarding the updates of these versions, I thought of it not necessarily doing one update per episode, but like, well, depending on the contents and provided in one update. If there's very much content to explore, I intend to stay on said version longer, probably. As this is live commentary, I am wondering what I should talk about most of the time. I guess silence is also an option, though it might not be as interesting. Collecting some seeds. What I want to do first, as there isn't that much to do in this first version, well, except the building, which is always possible, I intend to, well, work something out with what is given to me. And yeah, since there are no animals to be seen anywhere, I want to get some bread by making a tiny farm. Yeah. Bit by bit. Doing a tiny staircase with first, how to get down there. Now, I don't fully remember. Do I still get stone by just punching it with the hand? Even though it does take long. I think I don't. No, in fact I don't. A wooden pickaxe it is then. At least at first. Pressing 1 to shift it elsewhere isn't possible yet, of course. How could I forget? Some things are there though, so I'll get enough things for a furnace, a sword, and whatever tools there I need. And the coal I shall also take. I was thinking, since I've spawned up there and there won't be any beds for quite some time, my plan is to make a little starter house for whenever I do respawn. So yeah, that's the plan for now. You know, the tools I could need. I'm not sure. I've read something along the lines, like in Infdev, that breaking the workbench, not the crafting table, with the sword is the fastest way to do that. Though it does take away two durability points already. But I mean, it's just stone. It's not like I'm going to run out of it anytime soon. Another thing, the reason for me wanting to do this let's play, starting this let's play in older versions, iron, anyway, is because, I don't know, new versions kind of stress me. I'm always off in a rush to get all the best gear possible, all the tools, especially on multiplayer servers, as if you don't hurry, all the elytras are gone, or well, most of them. It's hard to get them after a while. And yeah, it's all this rush. And once I am done with getting the best gear, I feel just bored. Then I've grown bored by that time, which is kind of, well, it is a bummer. Minecraft has more to offer than just getting gear, and I know that, but and yet I'm always the first to rush to get the best gear once I'm able to. The thing is, that's not the case in these old versions. I mean, you have some tools already, some armor, but yeah, I mean, if diamond is about, in terms of protection for the armor, is... Oh, right, I must not step on the crops. I've ruined the one now. Darn it. Then I should probably leave a bit of space then. Because it will not work like this if I intend to. Oh, it's already nighttime. But I must not worry, except for the crops perhaps not growing, because there are no animals, but neither are there any monsters. So yeah, there's nothing to fear really. Not yet. That will change though. That will change eventually. Yeah, it's all this grinding I don't like in the newer versions of Minecraft. This is why I'm intending to go about this very differently in this Let's Play. One thing I want to avoid completely, if possible, but I'm not promising anything yet, is strip mining. Going in a line for in what feels eternity in order to get resources. I just don't feel like doing that. I'm kind of sick of doing it. This is why I want to try getting all of the resources by exploring. Either caves, when they are re-implemented here. Yeah, there are no caves yet. And structures later on. The good thing is I don't, as I've said before, I don't need that many underground resources in these old versions, or I shouldn't for now. So it's fine if I get, at least for the beginning, most resources like there on accident, kind of. Yeah. Right, I can do this, I forgot. Not that it's any useful. You know, there's one thing I also wanted to show in this first episode, as that's still possible from the last versions of Infdev. But since there is no gravel, I can't show you this yet. Yeah, I'll have to wait until it's able to be generated. Now where did I spawn again? Here? I guess there's one way to find out. It goes hand in hand with showing you something else anyways. That is possible here. While I do that, I can go about smelting my iron. Maybe I should save some coal though. As yet again, I cannot mine. But can I do repairs already? Can't do repairs yet. That's a thing I always tend to do in order to save me some resources and less crafting. I don't know if it's really efficient though, as it always costs some extra space. I shall make a chest. Oh, well, I made it a double chest. These big ones, as they are for now. Maybe 2 more furnaces. Oh, no, I don't want to use up coal. Alright. Getting some smooth stone in case I need it. Okay. So let's see where my spawn point is. By breaking my ankle a couple of times. I want to show you something else anyway, so... Not a very exciting first death. Not very glamorous. But it's the last version I can show you this. Okay. This is not where I wanted to spawn. I don't know if you can see it due to the absence of light, but there are 2 Steve mobs here. Without AI though. These are spawned in this version and in this version only by spamming respawn once you die. Yeah. Don't ask me why. They do despawn when logging back in to the world, so yeah. But since this will just be 1 episode for now, in this version, as you can't do much here, next episode will be the next version. I will see if they persist there, but I doubt it. Probably won't be there then. Not anymore. Getting back my stuff. And the farm I didn't need either, considering that I won't be seeing any monsters yet. I don't want them to fall. I must be careful not to push them down. Oh, there's the grass already. Maybe I can like... Oh, another thing I'm wondering about. What's with the music? Where is it? It is turned on. And another thing I want to do, besides not really strip mining or anything like that, in spirit of this old nostalgia vibe I'm going for, I will try to go... No, never mind, I will go about not watching any tutorials for farms or anything likewise. I'm kind of bored of building these two. I think it's more exciting if I get resources by fighting only, and an XP very, very much later on. For now, just resources. Once monsters do spawn. Yeah. What to build? Normally I'm kind of creatively busted, because for the past places I've played Minecraft like on servers, both on friend servers or survival multiplayer servers in public, I have the Lightmatica mod installed. Oh yeah, that's another thing, by the way. Bring some light into this. That's my player corpse. Yeah, just lies there. And will persist there until logging back in. Together with my two clones. I should give them names. If I'm Steve, these two are maybe... I don't know, I have to think about it. I'm not the most creative person. Clark and Kent or what? Like Clark Kent. What to build? Where was I anyways? Yes, regarding the most recent versions and what I do there. A game I'm very nostalgic about, even more so than with Minecraft, is Age of Empires 2 actually. I've always watched my brother playing it until I was able to play it. And I did play it at a quite young age. I'm not sure about the exact one anymore, but it was like elementary school age on my old Windows 98. Good times. Anyways, I've been playing there, and over the years I did get better at the game. And despite not really playing Age of Empires and in single player in any form, that's maybe another thing I could do on this channel, playing all the campaigns in Age of Empires again. Maybe even one. I've got that too now, after quite a while. But back to the point. What I've always built on these servers are Age of Empires 2 buildings. What I did is preparing them in advance on in creative mode on some single player world. I'll close this up. And and yeah, and then save the schematic in order to have a nice hologram with and being able to display all the materials I need for building. So I have a much easier time practically rebuilding it step by step in another world. And even though it does look nice, I'd say, at least for my standards, it is kind of boring. But speaking of said buildings, I would like to give a shout out to both the guy who there's a guy who I simply took the watchtower design from Age of Empires. I just couldn't improve it in any way. It's just amazing, at least in my opinion. I link it in the description if you're interested. There's also another guy that made... Wait, I had a workbench before. That made the town center. And while I used his design at first, but I've changed it up a bit. Just minimally to what I prefer. But still, he was a major inspiration, so I link his video in the description as well, if I don't forget it. Maybe I could still build Age of Empires 2 buildings, but trying to do so by memory. Ah yes, my shovel broke. I mean, in my opinion, it's one of the least important tools at the early stage, as digging by hand isn't that slow either, but yeah. What I'm doing probably doesn't look too good. Who cares? Hopefully I will be learning a bit. Maybe getting rid of another piece of the... wait. That's a wall, that's not a roof. What is it? I'm at loss for words. Floor, wall, and... ceiling. That's the ceiling, yeah. As you might have guessed, English isn't my first language, though I had it in school. I've watched Minecraft YouTube videos from, well, both Minecraft, but the very first were Lego game Let's Plays. But I've watched English videos from quite a young age. Let me correct what I was saying. Even though I've known YouTube for a while by watching Lego game Let's Plays when I was a child, and later on Minecraft, I've got to know English YouTube quite a bit after. Let me remember. Now I remember. When browsing and looking for Let's Plays to watch, I came across a game I was interested in, which was called Papers, Please. A German YouTuber was playing it at the time, and I've watched him, but in contrast to what I was used to, in contrast to what I was used to, I catched up on his Let's Play eventually. So yeah, instead of having everything available already, as I was used to, I did catch up and I couldn't watch any further. I was a bit impatient, and this is why I've watched 4 other videos I could watch on this game, but there weren't any, as there aren't any letters yet. Great. Hold on. I don't like how this looks, but I will learn. I will learn. I must not give up. Anyways. Yeah, and there weren't any other German videos for Papers, Please. So then I came... Oh, you can still place blocks inside yourself. So then I came across Jacksepticeye's Let's Play of Papers, Please. And I didn't understand him at first. Why would I? With 5th grade English skills. But I don't know. I had this phenomenon my Spanish teacher many years later already also talked about, which is if you hear a language for a while and regularly, then you kind of get a feel for the language bit by bit. And you know what? It is true. I've begun to understand more and more, even when I didn't look up words. Just by context, I could gather the meaning of many things. And I've grown to like Jacksepticeye at the time, and watched more of his Let's Plays. Even though I don't watch him anymore, I'm glad for him kind of teaching me English at the side with his Irish accent. Speaking of accent, you probably already noticed mine. It's kind of... I've tried avoiding to make it that obvious, but as you notice, I do have a German accent because, well, I'm German. So yeah. I was thinking, if there for some reason isn't anything left to talk about, I could perhaps turn this into a kind of semi also teaching. Not teaching, I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm not a teacher, but I don't know, a little bit of vocabulary, a few sentences, I don't know. Maybe some of you could find that interesting. Yeah, I could say translate some things I say into German, yeah. That could be an option. Oh dear. Ah yes, I know which floor. Out of these, yeah. Oh, broken shovel. There's no danger yet, so it's fine. I know maybe it's kind of boring without any danger, but maybe because I am the danger. Jokes aside, I did intend for these episodes to be around half an hour, which we've almost reached when looking at the clock, the watch I mean, I have. I'll be finishing the floor first. That's something I want to do now. And the music is still absent though. That's strange. It's not supposed to be, I think. I mean, there are sounds, so I believe this is just a bug. Wait. Oh, darn. So I have to use both? That sucks. Oh well. It can't be helped, I guess. I now need to get you up again. I forgot which one you were. I think you are Kent then, and you are Clark. Yeah, I believe so. Clark Kent. What a creative stroke of genius. I need more stone. And this is still my corpse. Or not my corpse, but poor Steve's corpse. Yeah, should not fall down there. I also need to be quite cautious about edges, because there isn't any crouching yet. So I gotta be careful there, so I don't fall down. I don't like how this hillside looks. So I'll flatten it. Maybe even more so than necessary. Getting some light in for you. Because old Minecraft is quite dark. There's no way to change it yet. But I don't know if I want to. I mean, it is a worse viewing experience if I forget to place torches. But it kind of adds to the atmosphere. That's what a friend of mine told me a while ago. Though it wasn't with Minecraft, but with the game The Forest. I've grown to learn, or I've grown accustomed with Team Fortress or other games, but it also includes Minecraft, to optimize the settings to my liking. And I did that for The Forest as well, to the dismay of my friend. He told me that he lets the darkness stay for The Forest on purpose, in order for it to be more gloomy and well, so it don't really loses its horror aesthetic, which I respect it. A valid opinion regarding this. Now onto making more of the floor. There's a charm to it too. Oh, okay. There's a certain charm. Oh, oof. I've got started there. Sorry. Why did I get scared by that? It's no one but me and Clark and Kent. I think I did get scared by that because, well, I'm not used to actually. I guess that's how many in these old versions angered zombie pigmen by accident. When you break a block, you actually don't stop hitting when having finished breaking it. I'm keeping left mouse I'm holding left mouse right now. And as you can see, I'm hitting it again and again. And interestingly, as I've said in episode 0, if I spam click, I'm not swinging the sword as fast as in, I don't know, like full version of 1.8. That's not the case yet. Yeah, that's still not enough. Weird for me not being able to... Oh, right. Where do I get most of the stone now? Without... Well, I have to get rid of this one anyway, so... That goes first. And... Wait. Yes, it's just 3, I was wondering. I didn't take notice until now. I'm not getting 6 slabs from this, but only 3 each. So... My output is halved. That's annoying, but... Oh, I'm so... oblivious. Where can I get a stone without ruining the beautiful landscape? I'm just kidding. I like this mountain back there, but these cliffs here don't look that good anyways. I'm just gonna get the stone from here. Oh, more coal. But I need stone for now. Oh, that's not stone. Don't want to be wasteful, or else I'm gonna run out of dirt. Oh, I'm kind of absent. Okay, continuing on. I need even more stone. And I've just crafted even more pickaxes instead of doing the slabs as I intended. Smart move. How do I go about? Maybe like this. Yeah, just make a new staircase. I'll improve it in the next episode. Hopefully. Nah, yes. Okay. It's not what I planned. Much better. Okay. Alright then. And there's the rest of the... Oh! Nice. It has grown a bit. What? What a scam. What is this? Okay. Where did the wheat go? Never mind me saying scam. I guess I'm just getting... Oh. But that wasn't the case before. That's strange. Oh, there's coal. Yet another bug. I don't want to use it then. There aren't any monsters anyway. Oh. It's a 40-minute mark already. Time to hurry up and get the floor done, as I said before. It's kind of hard for me concentrating on both. Talking about doing this commentary thing and building my rudimentary builds. But I can always improve. I mean, it's the first time I've ever done this anyway. I will forgive myself for it. Alright, the floor is done. Just a little bit of interior. Like the... let's do it in a classic way. Chests here. The workbench. Right. What? Where did it go? What? No, wait. You don't tell me. Okay, alright. Interestingly, they don't have it in their hand. Oh well. That's Clark. And this is Kent. Oh well. I don't believe they will be around next time anyways. But we can hope. So, with many minutes overdue, and with a beautiful structure, if I say so myself, I conclude the first real episode of Minetalgie. Or Minetalgie, if I were to translate it to English. So yeah, next time with the next version of Infdev, hopefully getting some more features in. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and until next time.